We've actually seen them take off out of the water and fly into the sky.
Ones go underwater, off the wharf, but they're different kind of shape. A minute later, the brightest ball of light came straight over, but it was definitely in space. But what was amazing, because it was coming from the west where the sun set, it was about 12 at night. After a certain point, it wasn't bright, it was just copper-coloured ball, small. But I'll probably say the size, you know those needles with the big kind of pearl ball on that? Holding that up, that's how, imagine that, how big that is in space, if you could see it. It was copper ball, that colour, went past, but it was this fast. Not satellite speed, that fast. Yeah. We're going, whoa! That was the same time we saw, straight after we saw that thing in the water. We see probably once or twice. This thing was on our wharf and uncurled. The tail might have been a bit longer, but it was kind of in a S shape on the wharf and kind of uncurled and took off. When you actually saw this thing take off and like get away, just around here there was kind of a little bit of a yellow aura just on the outside because the sun's on it, and then after the yellow aura there's like a black line just on, above it, like a yellow aura with a dark black line. It actually, I'm sure it was this one. I'm sure it looked exactly like this one, the nighttime one, but these actually come out.
I'm just a little bit amazed because we haven't received any reports of anything like this.
Yeah, well, we've even got witnesses, including policewoman next door.
Right.
And so
she lives next door to you, does she?
Yeah, and she went down the actual wharf and caught it on the wharf. She was going down to check their boat or something, and freaked right out because she goes, I don't know what it was. And when we explained what we saw in our bedroom that night, she's going, I saw it. And the same night, we were just like, oh my God, it really did happen.
It might even be a
But when we turned the lights on, our doors closed in our bedroom, windows are closed, this thing on the ceiling, not there. So they can go through walls. So
this thing was on the ceiling?
In our bedroom, above our bed. That's when my wife got off, turned on the light on. I thought it was a lizard. I thought a lizard got in the roof.
Right.
But it would have been, I don't know, probably about that long.
Yeah.
Only about lizard length. But the funniest part I noticed, it did the same thing as these, where they actually moved like a snake, but it had lots of little legs, but there were shadows. All I could see was shadows in the dark, where you'd actually have these legs appearing, just these black, kind of little black rectangles. But as soon as it moved forward, that one would disappear and a new one would appear here. But it would be very fast. But I could see them actually disappearing and appearing as it moved, like these black rectangles on each side would either turn on or off in the movement. So very electronic, like the old digital watches and stuff. Really cheap, like an electronic game. But it was legs.
Yes, as in
like
the old chronological alarm job, where the dots,
so you'd actually,
it would go on and off around the circle.
Yeah. So this thing was like that, but it had lots and lots of these legs, and as it moved, I'd see these little rectangles on each side, on and off, like a chicaning to make it move.